Let's just be honest about something right up front. The Toy Story series simply wouldn't be the same, or even exist as we know it without Woody. He is the heart and soul of the entire saga. However, it's absolutely mind-blowing and genuinely strange to think that this beloved character was originally conceived and designed to be someone totally different during the early stages of making the very first movie. Thankfully, the creative team realized the misstep, and everything worked out for the best in the end, leading to the kind heroic cowboy we love today. He is undoubtedly my personal favorite character from the entire franchise, but the truth is, his very first version was, to put it mildly, quite terrible and unpleasant. This drastically different portrayal of Woody was famously included in a very early rough cut of Toy Story, a collection of storyboards and temp animation known in film circles as the Black Friday Reel. In this particular version of the narrative, Woody was shockingly cast as the story's main villain and antagonist, rather than the protagonist. Essentially, in this initial story pitch, Woody was written as a cruel, tyrannical and outright evil bully who believed he was the rightful dictator of Andy's entire bedroom. He was shown to have absolutely no empathy for anyone, especially the newer toys who arrived. He wasn't the warm, empathetic leader we see in the final film. Instead, he was a scary, power-hungry boss who constantly insulted and mistreated the other toys for no good reason.
Slinky! Slinky! Get up here and do your job! Are you deaf? I said take care of them!
That's a huge contrast and the complete opposite of the good-natured sheriff we know and love today. The very look of him in this early stage was also incredibly creepy, adding to his hostile nature. He wasn't the soft, floppy pull-string cowboy doll with the friendly face that we recognize instantly. His original concept actually had him designed as a spooky, unsettling ventriloquist's dummy with a genuinely hostile, almost sinister expression. This initial Woody was truly cold-hearted, I mean exceptionally cruel in every sense of the word. Think about that pivotal moment in the final film where Woody accidentally knocks Buzz out of the window. Well, in the Black Friday Reel version, that scene played out in a far darker way because Woody did it entirely on purpose.
I know you'd do the same for me.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Whoa!
He didn't just accidentally make Buzz fall, he deliberately and meticulously pushed him right out the window. His clear intention was to permanently get rid of Buzz, driven purely by sheer bitter jealousy over the attention and affection Buzz was receiving from Andy.
Woody, you deliberately threw Buzz out the window!
Hey, it's a toy world.
Now, even in the final movie, Woody certainly deals with jealousy, but he never ever went to such an extreme and malicious length to harm another toy. Naturally, this truly monstrous version of Woody had to be completely scrapped, and for very obvious reasons. The Black Friday Reel, that initial rough sequence that showcased this darker storyline, was never actually intended for public viewing. Only the animators, writers, and key staff working on the film got to see it. Crucially, the internal reaction from the people who viewed it was overwhelmingly negative. Virtually no one approved of this particular take on Woody, primarily because he was depicted as such a complete jerk. He was simply too unlikable and far too cruel, which made it impossible for any audience member to connect with him or even root for him, even when presented in the context of a protagonist dealing with a rivalry. So, the creative team realized they had a huge problem and essentially had to start from scratch. They needed to take that entire foundational part of the story and completely transform the character into someone much more appealing and sympathetic, which is how we ultimately ended up with the Woody we have known and loved for decades. While they were changing him, they smartly decided to keep those core elements of jealousy and personal insecurity, which are what originally fueled his conflict with Buzz in the first movie. However, they drastically changed his core motivation from outright malice and evil intent to something more human, a deep-seated fear and a selfish panic over losing his cherished place as Andy's favorite toy. This necessity to rework the character ended up transforming Woody completely, from his physical appearance, losing the scary ventriloquist look, for the friendly cowboy design to his entire personality and moral compass. This final revised character became the beloved face of the entire Toy Story franchise, and just as I said before, the series truly couldn't exist without him leading the way.